talking about this wrestling organization over here. This is absolutely wonderful. I thank all these folks out here. It's all because of you, by the way. But don't you love these guys? These guys, you've got great athletes here. This is an amazing thing for me, and I'll tell you, stepping back and hanging out around the dressing room, it took me back to many years ago, and I kind of got that fever again. And thank you for inviting me out and letting me spend a little time with you.
Well, no problem. You know, it's always a pleasure, buddy. And as I was telling the fans, some many years ago, before you went to the WWF, when you were doing the Mid-South and the Nashville routine down there, I remember we brought you in a couple different times, and your last show on the independent market was for us in Belleville. And I remember that night when you come in and you said, "Hey boss, I got some news for you." And when you said, "I'm on my way to New York," and I remember telling you, "Good for you, if anybody deserved it, it's Hillbilly Jim." At that time you were going by Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson, yeah, I was in the Mid-South down there with Jerry Lawler and all those guys in Memphis. And I was traveling around doing the Harley Davidson thing, had a partner named Dirty Rhodes, and we were really enjoying ourselves. But I got the call to step up a bit, and in this business, everybody knows that you get a chance to improve yourself. And I got a wonderful call to go to the WWF at that time, and you know, thanks to friends like you and all the friends around the country, I got to go all over the country and the world and see a lot of things, and I never looked back, but I never forgot. And I got to tell you, this is from my heart to all you people. There would be no superstars like all the ones that you see on TV, all the ones that you love, the Hulk Hogans, the Rowdy Roddy Pipers, the King Kong Bunnies, the late great Big John Studs, Andre the Giant. There would have been none of us without you folks. And that's what it's all about. Wrestling towns like this, so I appreciate you guys.
You know, Jim, and that's what we're trying to do. Your good friend also, you've known a long time, Larry Madison. We've been trying to keep that tradition alive for a long time. And when I was able to reach out to you, of course, your good friend was here a couple months ago, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh! Well, you know, recently, Hacksaw and I, and I think it was Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Tony Atlas, me, Gene Oakland, Pat Patterson, and I believe Howard Finkel. We were all in a house called Legends House out in California. It's a reality show we shot. And I understand that maybe next year, I was telling Larry and everybody about it, I think maybe next year they're going to start a new channel. The WWE, he's going to start growing on the wrestling channel. I think you can look forward to that. So I've had a wonderful, blessed life. And to be able to be here tonight and see all my friends right here at Christmas time, I just got to thank you, thank brother over there, and all you folks here for giving old Hillbilly Jim a very, very nice, special Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Oh, you said a lot of those, man. You've lost count of the dressing room that you've been in a career. And you told me back there a while ago, the dressing room, the way it's organized, how does it compare to what you've been used to during your career?
This is very refreshing tonight. I saw the good, because I've seen the good, and the bad, and the ugly over my years. And to be in this town, in this dressing room, with this organization here, and see what you folks are doing. Everybody, by the way, all across the country talking about this promotion. You know that. And now I've heard so much about it. Hacksaw was telling me about it. My buddy Kenny Patel and people like that have been talking about it. And I see what you got going on. Of course, I've known you for many years, and Larry, all these years too. And you guys are first-class individuals. And to have this group and this collection of athletes here is just wonderful. And I know they're putting on good shows here, and I know there's more to come. I can only see this thing getting bigger and better. And I hope all the fans are enjoying it half as much as I am. Are you liking it tonight?
Let me ask you another question. When you went to the WWF, as I said, you were Harley Davidson.
Yep.
Now, tell the fans there how Hillbilly Jim got created.
Well, as you know, when I first were talking to the people at the WWF, I couldn't go there and be Harley Davidson. That was a big name, and you couldn't do that with merchandising deals and all that stuff. So I remember the first night or two that they saw me, I was in Hartford, Connecticut. They flew me there and had me do a couple of matches. And I remember getting back in that very dressing room. There was Vince McMahon, the late great Chief Jay Strongbow, and the booker at that time, his name was George Scott. And myself, and we all sat back there, and they said, well, where are we going to say you're from? Of course, you couldn't be Harley Davidson. And of course, I am from Kentucky, born and raised down there in the hillbilly state of Kentucky. And Chief Jay Strongbow spoke up, God bless his soul. He said, you know, he said, there hadn't been a hillbilly in a while. And I said, that sounds good. And Vince McMahon rolled up his program when he once he said, Hillbilly Jim, it sounds pretty good. And he said, where are you going to say you're from? Well, when I was a child, I'd go visit my grandparents. And they were in the country there outside in Barron County. We'd always go to a little city called Tompkinsville. As we'd go there was a little city there called Mud Lick, Kentucky. And it actually is a little place there, it's got its own little post office, not as big as the one across the street here, even smaller. And I looked at Vince and I said, I'll be from Mud Lick, Kentucky. Vince said, oh, I like that. I like that. And that's when the Hillbilly Jim thing began.
Well, that's it. There you go. Everybody's come up to ask me tonight, how did Hillbilly Jim get created? Now we know. And again, you had a good career. Tell the fans there at SICW, what is Hillbilly Jim doing these days?
Well, listen, my life continues to change, and I've always got this deep-rooted connection with this wrestling business, and I always will, because the best fans ever are the wrestling fans. I've seen them all over the country doing all kinds of things, and they stay with you your entire life, and it's been an honor for me. But I have evolved, as you know. I did many things with the WWF and the WWE recently. I hosted the Fan Access Tour for many years, and then I came back and I managed a few guys, the Godwins, for a while. And I went back and I did assorted TV shows and different things for them. But as recently, like 7 or 8 years, I've had my own international radio show on Sirius XM Radio. It's on the Outlaw Country Channel. It's called Hillbilly Jim's Moonshine Matinee. It's a 4-hour show on Saturdays and Sundays. And you know, I was talking about it this morning on the show.